Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Tawada, Abba, Call Kadash. Your brother Malakma out here doing another walk and talk. Trying to get my walk on. Day 2 on my recovery, man. Just getting back from being sick with that C19. But it's partially my fault because I didn't stay up on top of my vitamins as I normally do. You gotta keep that vitamin C, vitamin D, and that zinc in your system. So kind of let my guard down and fuck around and caught the C19, man. And so I'm just kind of recovering, getting back. And part of my recovery process, I did what they call a flu bomb. It's where you get your red onion, your garlic, your ginger, paprika. No, cayenne, might be cayenne, shalakia. Cayenne, tea tree oil, 1 drop of tea tree oil, lime juice, and you take it all and you boil it. You cut a lime, you clean your lime first and boil that in there with your with all these other ingredients. Then you take that like 3 or 4 times a day, pretty much as needed. And it helps break up a lot of that congestion and builds up your immunity too, and kind of help pushes that out of your system. And it's going to be harsh when you take it, but it's good. It was a good part for me, helping me to recover. And like I said, I'm still coughing up some of it. I still kind of feel it in my chest a little bit. I had the night sweats for the first 2 or 3 days, man. It was like the sweat was just jumping off your body, It's crazy. It had kind of the chills, slight fever, but it really wasn't that bad overall. I didn't have it to the point where I lost my taste and all those things. I still have my appetite. But I made my own chicken soup, with vegetables and stuff like that in it, and mostly drank a lot of the broth for the past few days. Then another thing you can do too to build up your immunity is get you some garlic, chop it up, put some red onion in it too, and layer it in a mason jar, preferably a dark mason jar, with raw honey, raw natural honey. You don't want no imitation honey. Make sure it's the raw natural honey, and you pour on it and let it ferment in there for a couple of days. And that will help build up your immune system as well also. So we're in a time, man, we're in a time of war, where all these chemical and biological agents are being released, man, out here on the people. So we have to build up our resistance. And one way about building your resistance is getting out and exercising. We have to take care of our system, man, our lymphatic system, which help fight off a lot of these diseases and things that's going to, that's out here. We know the food is way off, Food has been contaminated. It's been compromised. So it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So you have to be mindful of that. But so you definitely have to add exercise as part of your regimen, maybe 3, if you can, 3 times out of the week, 3 or 4 times out of the week if you can. Like I say, even if it's just a walk or a bike ride or something just in the house, doing a few push-ups, sit-ups, squats, body squats, and things of that nature. Enough where you can kind of get your heart rate up to try to burn off some of these the starches and things that's built up in your body, to build up these sugars. So everything damn near has sugar in it. And these things build up insulin and starches that build up in your body for energy. And if that energy, those things don't get burnt off, it turns into fat. which affects the liver. It affects the blood system. So we have to stay on top of these things, man. And I've always been a person. I always, throughout my life, always kind of worked out. Either in the gym or out trying to run, swimming, some type of daily activity. Where I always kind of playing basketball, all those things. But now that I'm dealing with some injuries, my body, kind of limits me to getting out and doing certain things, man. So I just have to kind of try to push past the pain and get out here and, at least walk, And one thing I try to do too is try to eat more healthy to keep the body from building up too much inflammation in the body. Because usually inflammation in the body is dealing with some type of infirmity, where you're dealing with arthritis or back injury or knee injury, and inflammation starts to build up in those joints, and that's what causes a lot of the pain. So you have to be mindful of things that you put in your body that's going to build up that inflammation, man, that mucus that builds up in the body. But yeah, we in a time of war, man. It's no time to be out here. No time for folly and all the other bullshit, man. We don't have that luxury anymore. We have to stay prayed up, fasting, prayer, much prayer. I'm running on chemtrails, man, all up in the sky. Straight attacks, man. We straight under attack. And Jake don't have a clue, man. You Jakes don't have a clue. That's what's so crazy, man. If Jake really knew what was going on, Jake would be unstoppable. But that's part of the prophecy. Lord, 2/3 of our people are not going to receive this understand the situation that we're in. So they're going to be taken out, man. They're going to be made easy targets. And mainly the black women of our nation, man. You Judite women, man, the Southern Kingdom, man. You the main ones, man, that's falling for the tricks of the devil, man, because you so attached and connected to the system that you wouldn't turn it loose even if you knew they were directly attacking you. You've been Esau's lapdog, attack dog, since he brought us over here. Shalaki for my shirt and all that being dirty. Been out here doing a little work in the yard prior to coming out here and getting my walk on, man. Then I'm gonna go back home and finish putting together another chicken soup with some vegetables and stuff like that. But I like to still recovering, man. I know right now, having a C-19, my body I could feel that my body is still haven't quite recovered. My muscles tire out much faster now, like they want to lock up. So it says usually about a 12 to 14 day recovery once you catch that C-19. So you gotta be mindful, man, being out here. Keep those vitamins in your system. Keep those supplements. We at war, man, against the global elites. They done wage war on our people, and it's been going on, but they done stepped up the ante because they know their time is running short. So they pushing the envelope. And that's why we're going to have to pray, man, that our Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, he's the only one that's going to be able to deliver us, man. Ain't no escaping this. I don't care if you try to get your passport or visa and go to another country. You're still not going to escape it, man. It's still part of our curses that we're going to have to go through. And if you're a prophet of the Lord, man, wherever the Lord put you at, you're gonna have the prophecy from there, man. Wait on the Lord for your deliverance to come gather you up. There's no better way to be gathered up than to be beamed up into that fathership, man. Taken up out of here. You can't think of a better rescue than that, man. But it's beautiful now this time of year because it's not as hot and humid, especially down here. You know, the bugs are still out, but they're not quite as bad. The humidity is not as bad. So now it's just sucked that I'm still kind of getting this virus out of my system. And if you do catch the virus, from what I understand, you know, they do have a medication for it. And they'll offer it to you within the first 5 days, you know. But that medication is made through Pfizer, man. So be mindful. And this is not medical advice. It's my personal opinion. Do not go and take that medication, man. You can't trust anything that these companies are putting out. So, you know, try to fight it naturally, you know, with that recipe that I told you earlier in the video. And Lord will, man, with a lot of prayer, man, we get through this. But I can definitely tell my body is not quite 100%. But I noticed, you know, since I've been fasting and removing a lot of sugars out of my diet, a lot of pastas and things of that nature, I don't have the quite the inflammation in my joints that I had once before, which entails it doesn't require me to take as much pain medication as I have had to do in the past. So that's something that I've noticed. My energy levels is not where it was prior to me getting sick. Because prior to that, man, my energy levels was peaking. You know. But what came with this virus, man, it makes you very tired. Makes you want to sleep a lot. And that's part of your body, I guess, recovering. The Lord said, man, unless he come back, there won't be nobody left, you know, according to scripture. So that's why he's speeding up the time, you know, to gather up his elect up out of here. This devil done turned loose, man. Because he know he has but a short time left here on this earth of being in rulership. Once the Lord comes back, these elites, man, they're going to go into captivity. They're going to be our slaves, man. Them and their children and their descendants, you know. They got a lot of work to do. A lot of cleaning up to do on this planet. We ain't going to have no mercy for them, man. No fucking mercy for these devils, man. Because they showed us no mercy. None. Matter of fact, you know, they forwarded the affliction, you know. The Lord put them in charge over us. They went above and beyond, man. Raping our wives, breaking up our families, turning our boys into a harlot, turning our daughters into prostitutes, turning them out, you know, where they seek after, where they love other women and shit, you know. All type of wicked abominations, man, this man has put on our people. And, you know, he ain't give a damn, you know. But when we put him in captivity, we're gonna do it under this law, statutes, and commandments, man. We're not gonna be wicked like this devil was, man. We're not gonna rape his wives. But shit, they're not even gonna have wives, man. They ain't gonna have time for that bullshit, because we're gonna work the fuck out of them. Their kids and all, man. They're gonna have to get it. And we're gonna have these laws, statutes, and commandments embedded in our inner parts, man. We're not gonna be able to go off. That's what's gonna make us immortals, because as long as we don't break the laws, man, which, like you say, Lord, it's gonna be impossible for us to do it in those new bodies. We're gonna be immortals, man, here on earth. Immortals. Did much better today walking than I did yesterday. Actually, when I did the video yesterday, my phone battery had died, so that's why the video ended abruptly. But I got plenty of charge on it today. The only thing, as long as my memory don't run out, is usually one thing or another. But I'm not gonna be out here too much longer, man. I can feel my body kind of tighten up now. But yeah, we definitely gonna have to, we're getting down to the last days, man. Jake gonna have to be prepared, man, mentally, spiritually, and physically. And physically is by taking care of these vessels that we have, you know, managing these vessels, you know, being mindful of the things that we put inside of it. You know, what we eat and what we drink. Stay away from that corn, fructose, corn syrup, sugars, pastas, white pasta, flour, all that shit, man. White rice. We're in the middle of a war, man. War's been waged on our bodies and our minds and our spirits, you know, spiritual warfare as well. So with that being said, I'm going to close this video out. About finished. You can see the sun is about to go down, but it's beautiful out here, man, as far as weather-wise. Slight little breeze. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect, you men and women, few women of Israel that's in this truth. With that, say shalom.